Hey guys, welcome back to another Movie Mates video. I am Matthew, here with my wonderful co-host and best friend.
Callum.
Apologies. Callum, it's great to see you again, buddy. Good to be recording with you.
Same here, I guess.
I guess. Yes, so as you've seen by the title, we've got a new first mini review of the year. And it's of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes,
so
it is indeed.
Yeah, so it's the first mini review of the year. For you guys, and it's a pretty last minute decision to go see it, but I'm glad we did go see it.
Yeah, we have a couple other films we have to see soon,
yes,
and hopefully some time to review those.
100%, but 100%. So yeah, just it's going to be the same format with mini reviews, non-spoiler section and a spoiler section, but to be honest, we don't have much to say.
No, not a huge amount for me. I mean, mine's miserable, the amount I have. I'm sure I saw Matthew typing away during the credits, but no, not so much for me.
But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for everyone who has supported us recently, and be sure to like, comment, and leave your thoughts down below if you've seen the movie. So yeah, without further ado, bud, do you want to hop in with the any of your non-spoiler thoughts?
Again, very minimal for me.
It's okay.
Yes, we'll start with non-spoilers.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention the incredible CGI.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
This film.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gadgetry. And of course Sonic himself, and I think they are incredibly well realised.
100%.
Should we talk about the Sonic design fiasco?
Yes, because it was maybe a few months back, maybe more, over the design of the eyes and stuff.
Yeah, it was 6 months or so ago, because that's standard for sort of trailer release. So yeah, they released the first trailer, and it was a bit of a social media nightmare for the studio. And I think it was entirely unjustified.
Did you like the original look?
I quite liked the original because I thought, it was a realistic, real world realization. That was a lot of reels. But yeah, I quite liked it. It was obviously something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
A different take. It was a bit more real life animal painted blue, but I quite liked it as a stylistic choice. And then obviously the fans were so aggressive that it actually got changed, which cost the studio it was something like $6 million.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Because they'd obviously placed that CGI design throughout the shots that were completed, and they had to completely overhaul that. But obviously it looks great now, but I don't think it looked bad before.
No, I have to agree with you, buddy. I think I'd be one of the few people to as well agree that it did look. I thought it was different, but it worked. But yeah, credit to the production team and the visual effects team, because I think it looks flawless, to be honest, for the most part. Obviously it's supposed to be sort of cartoonish, it's not supposed to look ultra realistic, but I think it's great. Yeah,
I think you can definitely tell the scenes where it had the original.
Yes,
because
yeah,
I think the CGI on Sonic is worst in the scenes that were actually in the trailer.
Yeah,
with the different version, because you can tell
100%.
It's sort of just been painted over.
Yeah, no, 100%. Sort of in relation to effects and stuff, I think the drone effects and stuff for Mr. Robotnik are stellar as well for the most part.
Yeah.
And obviously the costume design, production design's also pretty flawless.
The costume design, were you real impressed?
I thought, yeah, because
by James Marsden's t-shirt and jeans.
Well, and Dr. Robotnik, I think it was sort of. I don't have much nostalgia for the Sonic franchise, to be honest, but from what I aware, fans are pleased with it.
Have you ever played Sonic?
I never played Sonic, but I've seen the animated TV show a few times, a few episodes. But I did like it, but I'm not an ultra super hard diehard Sonic fan.
I have zero experience with Sonic, so I also had no nostalgia, no opinion. Maybe that's why I was so fine with the redesign.
Yeah, maybe.
Just because I had no connection to it from the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I was pretty happy.
Yeah. No, likewise, buddy. Yeah.
So
I'll let it up. He's one of my favorite comedic actors.
Okay.
I love him, and from all the interviews I've seen and stuff, he's taken a bit of a hiatus from acting.
Yes.
But he seems like a really deep emotional character.
Would you like to read my third point down?
Jim Carrey is terrible.
Yes.
That upsets me.
I think mine's much more accurate.
Okay.
He's painfully unfunny.
I think he's good.
It's some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
Really?
It's abysmal. Jim Carrey in this film.
I think it's very Grinch-like. I think maybe his acting range isn't the biggest, but then I haven't seen all his movies and stuff. But I can see why people think it's terrible. No, don't get me wrong, because it's a very over the top performance, and he might be seen to overact certain comedic scenes. But for me, I did like him. James Marsden. It's great to see him in another film again. Like he doesn't get much to do in the X-Men franchise, but I really liked him here, to be honest.
Yeah, the only time I've seen him recently was in Dead to Me, which was the Netflix show that was
good?
released last year. It is really good, but he's sort of done a disservice. You know, he's not in it much, and he's always playing a douche.
Okay.
Yeah, like I like to see him playing a good guy again.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, he's a very likable actor, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to get back to Jim Carrey because it was that
really
bad.
That bad?
It was. I mean, because he's probably the fourth main character in the film.
Yeah.
And it's just horrific to watch. Honestly, there's one scene in his evil villain lab, which is passable because of the music, but everything else where he has to speak, dreadful.
I can 100% see where you're coming from, like 100%. But like for me, the biggest performance flaw of the film for me was Sonic. I don't like the Spider-Man animated series like inner monologues,
Fair.
like when he just talks to himself. I don't like that. So I think maybe that was a step too far in terms of trying to parallel the nostalgia and the the characterization from the past into these movies, because I don't think it works in like live action, like a character talking to themselves.
Did you think that was sort of them like pandering to children?
Exactly.
Where, like he must have a catchphrase. Gotta go fast.
Like that's the thing for me. Like in this film, the lack of adult humor, like it's just for children only. I think. I didn't think it was that funny. I personally, I thought a lot of the jokes fell flat.
Well, when most of it comes from Jim Carrey.
That's harsh, yeah. But no, fair enough. Like, I think the fast pace of the film does help it. Like, certain scenes that could be seen to drag, like they're over fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in that, like through that character development suffers, but. Yeah, boredom certainly doesn't carry as much because it is fast paced, so you don't really notice when scenes do drag.
Yeah, there's so much flossing.
I mean I wrote down my non-spoilers because it's obviously integral to the plot. Yes, there are 2 separate Sonic flossing scenes, and it made me want to vomit. Even
during the time of production, I don't think flossing was in or cool. I think it's
it was never cool for me.
No,
but no, it was.
Can you floss under your 18th?
No, Matthew. I've never practiced flossing. I never want to do it.
I don't care.
It genuinely upsets me to watch. I think maybe it's because it was delayed by 2 months.
Yeah.
So maybe that's still not enough because
yeah, it's not excusable.
It was in Shazam 10 months ago, and even then it was disgusting.
Shazam 10 months ago.
Shazam was in April of 2019, but
that was a good film, wasn't it?
Aside from the flossing, yeah. But like that was disgusting to watch, and I'm so surprised it carried over to this because even if it is cool at the time, obviously you can tell that will immediately date the film.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Even if it's like a cool trend or something, obviously like you should be able to detect what will make your film not a timeless.
Yeah,
piece.
like it's the same with Endgame with like. The Fortnite 2-minute scene, like that's already old and it's not even a year old yet.
And that scene's meant to be set in 2024 as well.
Yeah, true.
That's embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. But for me, in terms of non-spoiler thoughts, I don't really. Actually, I guess my main critique of the film is there's a lack of chase scenes for a Sonic film. Like there is not. I don't get me wrong. Like there are chase scenes, obviously with drones and whatever, but there's not. It just doesn't give me that like crave. Like there's not really many scenes where there's like wide, like the way in The Flash is like wide shots of him like zooming through the city and stuff. There is a lack of that in this film. I don't know whether that's a budget thing or not, but I don't know. It seemed a very like narrow-minded film. Like it's very nothing major happens and there's no like major like. In that regard, there's no major like action set pieces. Everything's very self-contained, and I suppose maybe that's the budget, and maybe that's the fault of lack of time, like you said. But I don't know.
I mean, I'd say there's about 3 solid speed scenes.
Yeah.
And then, aside from that, he's kind of just I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like he seems like just a boring middle-aged old man. But yeah, no, I fully agree with you. I would have liked a bit of a wider scope with the speed.
Yeah. Do you have any other points in non-spoiler?
No, not for non-spoilers, no.
Well, I suppose that leaves the question. Massive hit or piece of shit?
I'm gonna have to go massive hit. Well,
I'm gonna have to go with piece of shit.
Are you?
I didn't like it.
Just from a distance, I'm like, I really enjoyed myself, but it's obviously bland, and nothing really happens in it. It's kind of just meandering through the plot, but that is still fun. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, wow, Jim Carrey was shit.
Oh.
That was like, he was trash. I mean, I don't know whether that was him or it was the script. It may well be a mix of both. Either way, I was thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah, it's this thing with children's movies. Like, if I can't like turn off my critical mind because Dora the Lost City of Gold was so good.
Yeah, I'm sure some of our viewers think we were joking.
No,
I genuinely think Dora.
You love it way more than I do. I think it's good.
I think
it's
Dora and the
excellent.
Lost City of Gold was like top 3 films of last year, because last year was shit for films. Let's be honest. There was Peanut Butter Falcon, Terminator, Dark Fate, and Dora and the Lost City of Gold. That was peak 2019, and I'm sorry. I just have to say it. And I think people do think we're joking when we say that.
We're not.
I'm certainly not.
I mean, I think it's good.
So yeah, we need to compare all films to the pinnacle, Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
Absolutely, and in that case, what would you compare it? What would you say?
See, anything I have fun with, I have to say it's a massive hit.
Okay, I respect that. I 100% respect that. For me, it just misses the mark because it's so bland and it's got. Don't get me wrong, like Jim Carrey and James Marsden, like I love, but I don't know. I think I'll forget it in a couple of years. Like I know we didn't give Detective Pikachu a mini review because.
I was just about to ask you how you thought.
I thought Detective Pikachu. I actually really enjoyed Detective Pikachu, and I thought it was way better than Sonic. So that's why I'm.
Oh really?
Giving it a piece of shit.
Yeah, I thought Detective Pikachu was fucking trash.
Really?
Yeah. So I quite enjoyed this in comparison because Detective Pikachu. I'm sure we'll talk about it in depth one of these days.
Yeah.
But when you have this kind of film where you place an extraterrestrial character into like a human ensemble, you have to have likable human characters, and like Justice Smith just cannot act. So so the fact that they had James Marsden I think is probably the best part of this film, because they had him basically carrying the whole plot, and I think Detective Pikachu fell down on failing to capture the magic with the humans.
Yeah, no, fair enough, yeah.
So I'm gonna maintain with my original contention of massive hit. Would you like to talk about how much of the film we missed?
I'll let you take that bit away.
I'm not happy about it. I'm not going to point any fingers. But we did miss the first 8 minutes of the film, and I'm not happy about it.
We pirated it, don't worry.
Shut up, Matthew.
No, we didn't.
This is the first time I've been late to a film in 10 years, because I hate the people who arrive late to films, and we were those people. We couldn't find our row. I nearly fell down the stairs and nearly dropped my drink. We had to talk to find our row. We were the worst human beings.
I couldn't get my popcorn open for
I was so angry. Yeah, and then I just saw Matthew struggling from the corner of my eye. I was gonna help, but I thought this is too funny. You probably would have, I didn't want to speak in the film as well, but I was going to offer help. Would you have accepted help?
I don't know.
But glad I didn't ask.
Could you hear my popcorn crunching in my mouth when I was eating it?
No, I couldn't.
That's okay.
I could hear you trying to fucking, burst it open though.
Apologies. Well, yes, that was our cinema story. Would you like to sprinkle some cinematic stories?
What?
Cinematic stories through our mini reviews sometimes. But yeah, in terms of spoilers then,
yes,
there's not much to say, but
minimal.
I'll let you lead the way for that one. But
again, I have two points basically.
Shoot.
I think that the speed scenes were quite impressive, had they been in a film from 2013, because they're really incredible for me, but they're just like Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future Past.
I agree. It's so blatantly obvious.
The bar scene, sort of the contained environment and beating each of the people up individually.
Mm-hmm.
It really, really borrowed from the kitchen scene from Days of Future Past.
I agree. I think if they would have played Time in a Bottle, that would have made the scene fine, because it's so blatantly on the nose in that case.
No, you can't do that.
You don't think so?
No, you need to hide your robbery. You can't just be like, well, fuck you. We're going the extra mile.
But I think this film thinks it's cool. That's its own idea. I don't think that. Obviously the directors have just stolen that from the X-Men franchise, but I think they'll generally think we've changed that, so it's even better.
No, I don't think they did it on purpose, which is almost worse, really.
You don't think they've just like...
I don't think they've done it on purpose. I think they just think, oh yeah,
we're geniuses.
We're geniuses, yeah. You know, we're tech innovators. And, you know, they are impressive looking, again, had they come out in 2013. Yeah. But visually impressive regardless of, like, choreography, which could obviously be improved. You know?
No, I do agree, yeah. Like, I thought they were... It's because... I don't know, it's because there's music in the background as well. Like, you probably couldn't do it without music in the background right enough, but I don't know, it's because there's music in the background and then he's making them beat each other up. I thought, yeah, blatantly on the nose, but whether they knew that or not is a different matter, but... I just wanted to mention, like, the US government. Are they stupid? Why do they trust Dr. Like, but I do have another point. Like, is Dr. Robotnik that bad? Like,
no, I don't know. Was Eggman evil? Because he literally did nothing.
I don't think he would kill anyone.
No. Also, I mean, he's just a random doctor who has been hired by the US government, so he has the legal right to do all of this.
Yeah.
You know, he is doing everything legal. He is going after, someone considered a terrorist. Dr. Robotnik is not doing anything remotely evil. But, like, he calls himself, like, he says that he is in his evil lab. What's he doing that's evil? Like, he's using Sonic to power his weaponry to fight Sonic, who is considered a US terrorist.
Yeah.
You know, he's not doing anything, and then they banish him to a mushroom planet where they expect he's gonna die,
and he turns crazy. Like, yeah.
No, but they just say, oh yeah, like, we'll just send this guy to a life of loneliness.
Yeah.
What? Because,
that's brutal, isn't it?
What? Because, like, you know, he followed orders. And, like, why are the US government at the end, like, thanking like, what's his name, Tom?
Yeah.
Like, why are they saying thanks? Here's an Olive Garden certificate.
Like, the US government, like, I love the way they just don't ask permission. They're just like, yeah, just hire him. You know, it's fine.
I mean, that is the US government.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah, true.
There's no one above the US government.
True, but like, you know, his mustache.
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be off center, like sort of like stuck on?
I don't think.
You
so.
don't think?
I think they messed up. You know, this film doesn't scream like cinematic geniuses, does it?
No,
it
certainly doesn't.
It is a dumb kids film, but I liked it
bad.
Regardless.
I feel bad for Dr. Robotnik's crew. Like, they make him lattes, and like he treats them pretty bad.
I kind of sensed a sort of like Victor Zsasz Black
like,
Mask sort of sexy flirtation between him and Stone.
Yeah, like,
you know, so like,
because the way he yelled at him for the latte,
that would have been a fresh take on kids film, just straight up boning. But yeah, no, I would have liked. Yeah, this should have been a romantic comedy between Eggman Stone and Robotnik.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm confused. In the Sonic franchise, is he called by the alias of either Eggman or Dr. Robotnik?
Yeah, he's referred to as both.
Okay, no, because that's a little confusing.
He's called Dr.
Dr. Eggman.
No, like, his name is Dr. Robotnik, and then the nickname is Eggman. But I think, is it the shape of his head?
I don't know, because by the end, obviously, like, in the post credits, is it a post? No, it's not post credits.
It's the last scene.
The last scene, like, we see that he's like he's on his way back, sort of trying to find a way back to Earth.
Yeah.
And he's like shaved his head. I think Jim Carrey shaved his head for that.
No, I do not think Jim Carrey shaved his head for that.
No, but
I'm really committed to my art. You know.
No, I sort of got Tom Hanks vibes from Castaway with Wilson the Ball.
Fair.
You know, I don't know if that was intentional.
I mean, it seems kind of embarrassing to me that clearly they named that character just so they could make a weird joke about him being a rock now. Like, his name's Agent Stone, and then he carves him into a rock. Like, that's just poor.
Wait, well,
are you an idiot, mate? Like,
wait.
Was this kid's film too well written for you?
Did you say, like, he turns Agent Stone into a rock?
No, his name is Agent Stone, and then he like carves his face onto a rock.
No, I thought you meant like he had a device that like turned Agent Stone into a rock, and that was his actual like decapitated head.
No.
That would have been dark. Like, that would have been quite good.
Yeah.
But no. Did you have any other points, bud?
I mean, I have a very reasonable point.
Okay.
That you won't understand because you haven't seen this film.
Okay.
Right, so this film not only has it stolen all of the cool scenes from Quicksilver, this film is Howard the Duck.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm telling you. So, Howard the Duck. None of you will want to see Howard the Duck if you haven't seen it. So Howard the Duck.
We did start it once, I remember.
Yeah, I've seen it 4 or 5 times, but you haven't actually powered through.
Like,
so
is it good?
It's good in a way. Like, I love it.
Okay.
It's not technically a good film. So Howard the Duck lives on Duck World. He's accidentally transported to Earth, where he runs into Beverly, who cares for him and spends the entire film going on a road trip with him to return him to a science experiment that will send him back home. They become friends along the way and lovers. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, the duck and a human. Sexy.
He's a pretty big duck, to be fair.
He's about like 3.5, 4 foot tall. Yeah, still not okay. So they become friends along the way. There's a villain after them the entire time, and then they get to the science experiment that could take him home, and he decides to stay. So that is just
see the film. Actually.
That's just the same plot, isn't it?
Yeah, and anthropomorphized. I know he's not animated in that film, but like anthropomorphized Earth creature.
Yeah.
Who's actually terroward.
Yeah, if you watch Howard the Duck, like it is just the same plot, and I'm kind of unimpressed.
Which one was better for you?
Howard the Duck is technically a worse made film, but if you had to have me sit down and watch one right now, I would rather watch Howard the Duck because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And we will 100% review it.
100%, I'd love to.
Bestiality episode?
Yay!
I don't know. No, I don't actually know what theme I'd fit that into. Do we have to rush?
No, but just anytime.
I mean, that's everything I had done.
That's everything I had. Just about the end credit scene, potential sequel. Would you like to see one?
I would like to see a sequel. I mean, obviously I have no knowledge of the Sonic universe, so that character appearance kind of meant nothing to me. Did you recognize them?
No, not until you said the name Tails, and then I was like, it sounds familiar. Like the only other ones I know is like Knuckles and Shadow or something.
Right. I physically recognized her, as a character from Sonic, but there was no connection as to the significance of that character.
I'm sure some people loved it. I imagine for the hardcore Sonic fans, but apart from that, I have nothing much else, bro, to say.
So you'd like to see a sequel, would you?
I would like to see a sequel, yeah, just to see if see where it goes and stuff, yeah.
Would you like to see some sort of video game cinematic universe with, say, Mario?
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Obviously, with the Super Smash Bros. Game franchise, we see like a crossover between Mario, Sonic, and Pokemon. So I think if you merged Detective Pikachu and this film would work very well.
Yeah, I mean because I mean, sort of people are reacting to Sonic as though they've never seen anything like that. So I guess they couldn't be set in the same world, but obviously Sonic has his interdimensional teleportation.
True.
So he could go to any world that has Pokemon on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'd love to see something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think it'd be quite, not groundbreaking, but it would be different for like, especially an animated kids film to have like a cinematic universe. You know? But as long as you've got nothing else to say, bro.
Yeah, that's everything for me.
Yes, so Callum, I'd like to thank you very much for listening to this episode. We really appreciate it. And be sure to stay tuned to the Movie Mates channel for future uploads and stuff. But as always, thank you so much, guys. Take care and bye-bye.